Inside of Unit 9, we cover percentage leases. We are going to go over some practice problems now to help you understand a little bit more about the process of how to handle these problems. So let's say we have a lease that calls for a minimum rent of $2,800 a month, plus 4% of your annual gross sales that are in excess of $500,000. What would the annual rent for the year be if the annual gross sales were $725,500? There's a couple different ways you can approach this, but to start off with, let's look at the monthly rent that they're paying. We have $2,800 a month. If we're looking for the yearly cost, we'll multiply this by 12 months to get the annual, which when you plug that into your calculator or freehand, however you want to handle that, that should give you $33,600. Now we're part of the way there. Now we have to figure out what to apply the 4% to. So they said that the sales for the year were $725,500. And they said anything that exceeded $500,000 would be multiplied by 4%. So we subtract these two numbers for some easy math of $225,500 and then we'll take the $225,500 and multiply that by 4%, which would be 0.04. So if we take our calculator and plug that in, we should get $9,020. And for the total rent at the end of the year, they're going to pay $33,600 plus this $9,020 on top of, which should give us $42,620. So here's one example. We're going to do one more to help you understand the process, so get ready for the next problem. All right, for another percentage lease example, we have a lease that calls for a monthly minimum rent of $900 plus 3% of the annual gross sales exceeding $270,000. What was the annual rent for the year if the annual gross sales were $350,600? Again, you can do this a couple different ways. I usually start off with the minimum monthly rent to figure out what the rent is. So we have $900 a month times 12 for how many months are in a year, which should give us $10,800. And for the next step, they said that the yearly sales were $350,600. And it was anything that exceeded $270,000. So we just subtract these numbers here. I'll just go ahead and do this whole thing freehand. So there, 600. Should bring us to $80,600. They said that that would be subject to a 3% charge. So we have the 80,000 times 3%, or 0.03. Pull out the old mechanical brain here. I have 80,600 times 0.03, which gives us 2,418. So to calculate our answer, we would just take the 10,800 that they paid throughout the year, plus the $2,418 charge, to get $13,218. About the only trick that the state may sometimes throw at you here is they'll give you the annual rent that they paid for the year and not the monthly. In that case, you would just skip the multiply by 12 part because you already have the annual rent. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward problem, and I hope this has helped you out.